Earlier this year, we went to the team with this customer obsession program in line with the value. We are obsessed with our customers, and that the customer is not just there because they want service from us. The customer is there because we need them from a growth perspective in our business.
We all understand the concept of customer experience.
So I think this is very concrete and tangible material and agenda to have this purpose become very concrete and very embedded in the culture of today.
For me, this is critical, especially for us frontliners.
Customers expect us to answer the phone in a way that portrays we understand their urgency.
That this customer, at that particular point in time, he needs us. So for me, as I always say to my colleagues in the branch, answer the phone, even if you are busy.
How we say hello determines how they say goodbye.
We can have a bad day, can have a good day, maybe sometimes bad days more than good ones. But definitely we should always answer our customer with a professional way.
So when a customer calls you and he's looking for someone, you try to look for that person if he's here, and if he's not, and it is within your capacity to help that customer, what you can do then, you take ownership of it and you deliver the service.
Success after a phone conversation would mean for me, understand if there has been any agreed action, it's very clear, there is no ambiguity. If I had to provide an information on the spot, I've provided it right first time and the person is happy with what I've communicated, and I've been able to add value for that person.
An email is a customer asking you to do something, and this must be very real, very tangible for each one of us.
If there is a call for action, it should be clear who is the person I'm asking to take action.
Definitely something that we shouldn't do is having an email and it's kind of being in our inbox for so long and we don't know that something is pending.
Often those emails are ways for them to get the next step done in running their business, in planning their holiday, in whatever the context. The email is what we've asked from them. We must give it back.
If I am invited to a meeting, it means that there is a contribution that I can bring to that meeting.
Having an agenda, having an intention in a meeting is so critical to the success of not just that meeting, but the relationship.
I think when it's going to be via MS Team or via digital tools, it is critical to know, first of all, the purpose of the call, to come prepared so that you do not go beyond the time that has been set for this meeting with the customer.
So let's say if you put your camera on and just, having a smile or just a nod of the head, the one that is speaking or presenting will know, okay, you are listening to him definitely or her.
Something which is very important as well is that I know my client beforehand. I try to know who is the client first so that we can have a kind of, I would say, meaningful conversation with the client after.
Having a prepared set of documents, having insights into the business, having the ability to either provide the next best product to that customer, be it personal, be it business, be it CIB, being in a state of readiness is so critical for the person in that meeting.
When that client will come, I make sure that I'm his first point of contact. I go and greet him, open the door, hello to the client, greet him properly, cup of coffee, and then everyone, let's say, at ease, and then we start the conversation.
If we want to have a fruitful discussion, we will have to select our invitees judiciously, give them a chance to voice out, to make suggestions. We hear their voice, and we also include them in the consensus, in the decision-taking process. After that meeting, everybody feel happy to have contributed towards something to bring value to the business.
And I think that it is important today to shift the mindset of saying that our customers are actually the business, the internal customers. My customers are the customers of the front end.
So the personal output, for me, also concerns my personal brand. The personal output standard or the deliverables around my personal output, it just reinforces the other pillars. It reinforces how I answer a phone, how I contribute on a phone conversation.
It is all about understanding what the customer is looking for, the colleague is looking for. Very often we do not have the perception on the other side. So listening attentively, having that information that allows you to see things differently.
In terms of behavior, I think that we need to be aligned with what we are calling our urgent instructions that need to go. We need to be very conscious of what is very critical for the customer today.
One thing which is key in our personal output is accountability. Accountability, if everyone understands that part, and this is something which should come from us, not someone is telling us to do. And it also should be genuine when we are doing it.
My ultimate message with respect to this agenda that we are going towards is much about understanding one thing, appraising the level of service that we are going to give to the customer through all those etiquettes, the phone etiquettes, the email etiquettes, the way we are behaving in all situations, the way we are giving our contribution in the organization towards the service.
We've discussed about the other pillars, which are more spontaneous, how I act on the spot, how I deliver delight on the spot. But this one has a different strategic approach in the sense that it's all about the long term. How I build, sustain, maintain relationship with my colleagues, with my customers.
And you can build that relationship by the actions that you're taking. And this is where trust starts to happen. And this is where you need to continue to build on that, to create that strong and trusted relationship throughout the journey with the customer.
The way we talk, the way we communicate, the way we treat people, the way we are engaging.
How I apply empathy in my engagement.
Raising our standards and making this agenda happen is going to also groom and grow ourselves, and this will be at the service of the customer finally.
How we work collectively.
So I would say for my client, it would be the Absa, as simple as the Absa way of doing things. That is, they know that we are solution driven. They know that we are available on our phone anytime. They know that they can pop in the branch and there will be someone here to take care of them. And they know that we are here to bring possibilities to life.
We've specifically not called this service standards for a reason. We came up with our way we serve statement, which is delivering delight as an organization. It's delivering delight to customers. It's delivering delight to one another as colleagues. And the way that we've written this is around belief. It's about I believe as an individual that the way I use my phone is a way of being accessible to the customer. The way I use my email address is a point for a customer to get in touch with me. How I engage with that has got to come from the heart. It's got to come from within. If I look at this as these communication points, these two primary communication points that we give our customers are an annoyance to me, are an inconvenience to my life, we're never going to get to that point where we are believing that we are even close to being obsessed with the customer.
So the things that we can do to really create this Absa way of doing things is making it simple for the customer.
And also, when we are delighting the customers, he will become loyal to our brand.
If I look at my personal output being a representation of brand Sean, I want people to buy my brand as often as possible.
If we want to make a happy environment for the customer, it should start with a happy environment for the employees themselves.
Best way to turn this into a habit is to do it. Arrive each day knowing that where focus goes, energy flows. Putting the best of yourself on the table every day.
So that in the end, when we talk of delight, we should always keep in mind that happy employees lead to happy customers. Very happy employees lead to delighted customers, and delighted employees lead to ecstatic customers.
We've had a lot of conversations this year, and I'm going to end this the same way I end all of them. It's what you do next matters. What you do when you go back to your desk, when you come to the office tomorrow morning, when you see that customer calling, when you see another email come in. What you do next matters, not just to us, but to each and every customer that comes to our doors, that comes through our doors, that phones us. What you do next matters. Delivering delight is the way we want to serve. Can you do it, and are you ready to do that?